The New Jersey Devils are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. Let me try that again. The 40-year-old Martin Brodeur and the New Jersey Devils are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final, where he will be facing Kings goalie Jonathan Quick, who was 4 years old when Brodeur got drafted. And as good as Brodeur has been in these playoffs, minus the third goal, that was terrible, the guy I would like to talk about in this one is Henrik Lundqvist. Now, since the lockout, I'm not sure I can name a goalie who's been more consistent year in, year out than Henrik Lundqvist, that carries his team through thick and thin quite like Henrik Lundqvist. In fact, if I had to pick one goalie for one game, winner take all, I might take Henrik Lundqvist. But of course I read after this game that he's taken a lot of flack. Well, he did let in 4 goals, so it must be his fault. But here's my question. If the Rangers do pull off some crazy Mark Messier stuff, they win Game 6, win Game 7, go to the final and win it all, who is their playoff MVP so far? You could make an argument for Brad Richards. Dan Girardi might be a decent pick, but for me it's no question that it's Henrik Lundqvist. And fans are getting on him. What's he gonna do on this second goal here?
Here's the play at the line. Another close play to almost offside, and a nice second effort by Kovalchuk. This is just a bad break play. As you can see, the rebound right off the skate of Anisimov. He's got bad body position on Elias. Elias gets the tip. The rebound off the skate.
Makes the stop, but then there's a couple unlucky bounces that ends up in the net. Now, you might want him to stop 1 or 2 of the other goals he let in, but you also might want Marian Gaborik to score when he's got an opportunity like this once in a while.
Still looks like he's in disbelief of this.
Well, watch how far out in front of his body he's shooting it at. So it goes up instead of through.
Or looking at another Rangers forward, you might not want Brad Richards to shoot on his own net.
Great job getting down.
Well, he hasn't scored since March 6th. That's not the case. Look at the look that Lundqvist gives Richards. As if to say, are you kidding me?
I think the point I'm making is this. Even your best player needs to be bailed out sometimes, especially if it's your goalie, because if he's having a not so great performance, everyone notices. And sure, the Rangers helped out. They came back from the 3-0 deficit and they came close, but close doesn't get you the cup. And as long as we're kind of having that MVP conversation, who's the MVP for the Devils if they win? Zach Parise? 14 points and a Devils high 7 goals. Ilya Kovalchuk, more ice time and a team high 16 points. Oddly enough, Parise a -1 and Kovalchuk tied for a team worst -4. What? But I say it's gotta be one of those two. What do you think? Anyway, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. It's not even Game 6. I actually just found out from my doctor that getting ahead of yourself is a common symptom of having coffee for blood. I don't actually drink coffee though. Under this Hockey Night in Canada logo, there's actually like an Iron Man type thing that opens up and you pour coffee in. Anyway, I'm gonna use that to stay up until Game 6. Which, by the way, Friday night at 8 p.m. on CBC.